Hello students, hope you are well, enjoying good health and doing your studies. Students, we are studying chapter of heat transfer. Now we are going to discuss Stefan's law. Stefan's law says that the rate of emission per unit area from a black body is directly proportional to fourth power of absolute temperature of the body. I repeat, the rate of emission per unit area from a black body is directly proportional to fourth power of absolute temperature of the black body. Suppose it is a black body at temperature T. Rate of emission is E. Here E is equal to Q by AT. Energy radiated per unit area per unit time. So according to Stefan's law, E proportional to temperature power 4. When proportionality is removed, a constant sigma is added and it is called Stefan's constant. If this equation is written for grey body, means which is not perfectly black body, then emissivity is added here. So this equation is for black body and this is for grey body. Value of sigma, that is emissivity, is 1 for black body and it is always less than grey bodies. Ordinary body means the bodies which are not black body. Students, now let us understand Wien's law. Let us suppose a black body kept at fixed temperature. Listen carefully. A black body kept at fixed temperature. From that black body, radiations of different wavelengths are coming. And every radiation is carrying some energy. So you can say that energy is radiated at different wavelength. We are going to plot rate of emission with respect to wavelength. And suppose in first condition temperature is T1. You see, at a smaller wavelength, the rate of emission is less. If you pick a bigger wavelength, rate of emission is more. Similarly, at a particular wavelength lambda m1, the rate of emission is maximum. If wavelength is further increased, again rate of emission decreases. So we can conclude that there is a particular wavelength among all the wavelengths which are being radiated from the black body. At that particular wavelength, rate of emission is maximum. If temperature is raised, nature of emission remains same. See the graph. Graph is varying same as it was varying at temperature T1. So nature of emission is same, but the wavelength at which rate of emission is maximum is comparatively less. At lower temperature, lambda m is this much. At higher temperature, lambda m is this much. Means as temperature of black body is increasing, the wavelength at which rate of emission is maximum is decreasing. These variations in temperature and wavelength are such that product of lambda m and T is a constant. Lambda m into T is a constant. One quantity is decreasing, other quantity is increasing. So this product remains constant, and this law is called Wien's law, and this constant is called Wien's constant. Now let us understand the spectral distribution curve of black body. Students, I just told while explaining Wien's law that a black body is kept at constant temperature and radiations coming from the black body at different wavelength. So we can plot a graph between rate of emission of energy and wavelength. Similar setup you can understand for this explanation. A figure is given in your book. You simply see the figure and try to understand. Don't bother about drawing or understanding this figure too much. Simply you have to understand that a black body is to be kept at constant temperature and radiations coming from the black body are to be measured with respect to wavelength, and graph is plotted. Let us suppose we pick a wavelength lambda. As radiations coming out, wavelength increases. So very close wavelength lambda plus d lambda is taken. So we get an elementary area which is approximately a rectangle. So this area is E lambda d lambda. This is E lambda and this is d lambda. If this value is integrated, you get total energy radiated from the smallest wavelength to biggest wavelength. And it is found that this energy is directly proportional to area. This area. And it is also found that this area is proportional to temperature power 4. As temperature is increasing, area enclosed by the curve increases with 4th power of temperature. So you can say that area is directly proportional to 4th power of temperature. And energy is proportional to area. So combine the two conditions, you can say that energy is directly proportional to 4th power of temperature. So this graph, this spectral distribution curve, verifies Stefan's law. Secondly, I have just explained in Wien's law that when temperature of black body increases, the wavelength at which rate of emission is maximum decreases. So variation in temperature and wavelength are such that product of wavelength and temperature remain constant. That is lambda m into T is equal to constant B, Wien's constant. So thus this graph verifies Wien's law also. One more information I have already explained, going to repeat it. At different wavelengths, radiation is coming from the black body, but there is a particular wavelength at which rate of emission is maximum. So this is the spectral distribution curve of black body. Students, now we are going to understand Newton's law of cooling. Newton's law of cooling says that rate of heat loss is directly proportional to temperature difference between body and surrounding. Let us understand. Suppose you are having a body at high temperature and it is kept in a surrounding means everything around the body except body. So body is kept in a surrounding and temperature of body is more. So body is continuously sending radiation to surrounding, means body is continuously losing heat, means body is cooling. So Newton says that rate of heat loss is directly proportional to temperature difference between body and surrounding. Let us analyze mathematically. Suppose it is a body, initial temperature is T1 and it is going to cool up to temperature T2, means final temperature is T2. When body is cooling from T1 to T2, many intermediate temperatures will come. One such temperature is taken as T and temperature falls from T to T minus dt in time small dt, and temperature of surrounding is T0. Mass of the body is m. Mass is m. Specific heat is C. So you know that heat loss is equal to mc delta T. A delta T is temperature difference, this temperature minus this temperature. And to find rate of heat loss, this heat divided by time. According to Newton's law of cooling, rate of heat loss is directly proportional to temperature difference between body and surrounding. Temperature is T and temperature of surrounding is T0. So temperature difference T minus T0. After solving this, we get this quantity, this value. Proportionality is removed. A constant is added, small k. Now m and c are also constants. So m and c are transferred right hand side, small k by mc. For the sake of mathematical simplicity, I am taking small k by mc as capital K. In place of k by mc, we are taking capital K. So equation reduces in this form. Minus dt by dt is equal to k T minus T0. By this equation, we can write this much. As the body is cooling from T1 to T2, so integrate this value from T1 to T2, and suppose process of cooling starts at time T is equal to 0, means at time T is equal to 0 temperature is T1, and when the body cools to temperature T2, time is T. So limit of time will be from 0 to T. Integration of this type of expression is log T minus T0 and limit from T1 to T2. Now you can write upper limit minus lower limit. From here you can write log T2 minus T0 upon T1 minus T0 is equal to minus KT, or T2 minus T0 upon T1 minus T0 e power minus KT. That is T2 minus T0 is equal to T1 minus T0 e power minus KT. Thus we can conclude that cooling of a body is exponential function. means if graph plotted between temperature and time, the graph will be exponential curve. It is something like this. So this is Newton's law of cooling, and this is all about this chapter, students. You regularly watch videos, try to understand. Now you are having school app. If you are finding any difficulty, any doubt, you can message your problems to me. I will try to solve. Thank you, students. God bless you.